We're live.
We're live?
All right. No, someone asked me, actually, somebody was asking me, Ashley Capri of the TV show Seeking Sister Wife. I don't know if you saw that series on TLC, but she was on Instagram last night asking people, like, what's the last song that was stuck in your head? So, Landon, what's the last song that was stuck in your head?
The last song that stuck in my head, actually the song that I was listening to when I got out of the car this morning, walking to the office. Everyone falls in love sometime. That reggae song. That's the song.
I know those words, but I don't know. Okay, you'll have to send me the link. So good morning, Facebook.
Good morning.
Good morning, Landon Williams on Facebook. So Landon is a very good friend of mine. And so as many of you may know, some of you may not, you just might be scrolling and then just saw me running my mouth and like, okay, what is this? So this morning, let me put this up. Our topic is blasting your bum off the couch.
Off the couch.
Yes, off the couch, off the computer, out of the cell phone. And like I've been telling people that I'm kind of sick of myself. I know better. I'm the high priestess of holistic beauty, but yet I've been snacking like I've been out of my mind. Like, all the usual suspects, Doritos.
Oh, Doritos. The Doritos will get you, yeah.
And honey buns.
Honey buns.
Oh, I've been eating honey buns, and now I got a honey bun. But anyway, so I'm talking to a collection of my friends that have a lifestyle of moving their bodies. And to add to that, I've been snacking and not moving my body.
Uh-oh.
So my first question, Landon, is, like, we both lived in California. How on earth during the winter do you keep it moving? Like, how do you survive the winters with the diesel cold and working out every day?
That's a really good question. And you're right. When I lived in California for about 10 years, and the weather's so nice there all the time. You're in LA, I was in Oakland. So the weather was nicer where you were. So it's just easy to roll out of bed. That's one less excuse you have to roll out of bed and get moving. So when I moved back to Chicago, it was difficult, no doubt about it. And I did fall off for a little bit. But how do you do it? It's funny because I remember you asked your guest yesterday the same question, and he jumped straight. He was like, just get somewhere warm. And that just illustrates the mindset of a person who's just beyond it. The fact that it's cold outside and dark is not stopping this guy, But practically, you have to just make up your mind that you want to do it. So the desire to do that is one thing. Some more tactical steps that I take is I buy winter running gear, So I have this new winter running gear. Go online, go on Amazon, go to Target, wherever your favorite sports store, and buy yourself some winter running or workout gear. And that's something that you have invested your money in. And now the winters and the getting up early in the morning won't be that bad. So, first of all, just got to set your minds that you're going to get up and do it, and then provide some sort of incentive. I like to look good in my gear, so maybe that's the incentive that you can use in order to get your feet on the floor and get out of the door in the morning. It's difficult, but you can do it.
No, that's right on time. My daughter, my oldest, works for Reebok, and she said, Mom, go pick out some workout clothes, because I told her what we were up to, the spring get up. And I actually feel excited because I'm like going to get some new workout gear. I love that. So Landon, you have worked a lot. You've prepared and run a lot of marathons and half marathons. And like, what do you feel like? Well, I remember you saying once that, like, you kind of have to run. Like, you don't feel like yourself if you're not moving your body or run. So talk about that and what goes into preparing for a marathon, because in my mind, that's just beyond what's possible for me.
Right. Well, first of all, you have to just reset your mind to and what is possible. It's totally possible. And it goes back to I call them the 3 or 4 Ds: the desire, the dedication, and the determination. First of all, it's the desire to do it. And actually, it's interesting too. Well, for me, running is I have to do it because it calms me down. It helps me focus. It just makes me feel good. And if I'm not running, my life seems to, in short words, like fall apart. It's just because I think of it like this because I spend so much of my time, or we spend so much of our time running from one place to another. We're always in a rush. We're always living in the future. So we're very rarely present, and we don't slow down enough. So running does that. So running and yoga actually slows me down. It helps me focus. It brings me to the present moment, and that's why I really, really love to do it. In addition to the health benefits of running, you just feel better. You get your endorphins running, and you're working out and you're burning calories and all that stuff too. But the focus, the mental focus, the the challenge of it is also a reason why I do it. It helps keep me on a strict schedule that I would otherwise, not probably work out. So those are the reasons that I run.
Yeah.
Training for a marathon is something totally different, though.
Yeah, that's a conversation in itself. Why would someone do that? Like, what's the whole purpose of running a marathon?
Well, the purpose of running a marathon is there's no other, there are very few, I should say, situations that you could put yourself in that's going to challenge you as much as running 26.2 miles. It's just not, and it's self-imposed. So you're not sick, you're not dealing with an illness or something like that. And those are other physical challenges out there, but this is something that you willingly raise your hand for and say, I'm going to do this. And it is why people do it. They do it for a number of reasons. So the physical challenge, one, they do it for the camaraderie. A lot of people sign up and run with other folks, their friends, people in that run community, run groups, people at their gym. Also, just to see if some people is just on their bucket list of things to do. I'm going to run a marathon, before at least one. And I do recommend you run at least a half marathon. Everyone should run at least a half marathon. The 13.1 miles is like the perfect physical challenge. It's going to challenge you, but it won't break you as much as a full at 26.2. 26.2, you're going to get broken. And that's like the whole purpose of it. Is to push you beyond. It's the purpose of it is to push you beyond your limit. And I know even a lot of seasoned marathon runners too. They get to mile 20, mile 23, and you see people at the end of the marathon like failing. It's because it pushes you right to the end. And very few things in life challenge you that way, and that you have to prepare for, and work hard at. And there's a set goal, a specific time that you're going to run a race, and it's coming, and you have to just work hard and push towards it. So I think that's a lot. That's the reason why I run. I know it's the same reason a lot of other people run.
Yeah, I mean, the idea of running 26.2 miles when, like, if I run a block, I'm tired by the corner. So, I noticed there was, I was just kind of lightly doing a little research, but I have this theory that fire and air signs, like they need, and they're more likely to be the ones that have regular rituals of moving their body, working out, because fire is like fire. It's like passion. Air is like cerebral. So you were saying that it brings you, like, you fall apart without it. It's like, so I've noticed that, and maybe the earth and water, like, we're just a different rhythm. I'm just kind of, I've just know, like, everyone I'm talking to, Quentin's a Sag, you're a Gemini. The twins tomorrow are Sagittarians. My daughter's a Gemini. She's going to come on and speak with us. Isn't that exciting? Bianca's going to be.
That's awesome. I can't wait for that show.
And and I don't know what sign Latasha and Claudia are, but there seems to be like it's a common thread, like fire and air signs. It's almost like you need to burn off that fire and, like, the air energy.
That's an interesting point. So I'm not totally familiar with, that part of life, and I always follow your lead on that anyway. But I can see that too. A lot of people that are my running teams, my running buddies, both male and females, they tend to be of the same ilk. They are, whether it be a sign or a mindset or a desire. There are a lot of common threads between runners, and running is one of those things that's really interesting in that you have to be pretty smart to do it, especially when you start to go to the longer distances, 13 to 26, ultra, all those things, because like now it's a matter of like finding the right shoes and finding the right fuel mechanism, like as far as water and eating, how when are you on, when are you off, how how hard can you push your body before you need to take a few days off? You know, if you have to listen to your body, my knee is hurting, my ankle's hurting, my back is hurting. How do I cross train to kind of fix those things? So it's like like a chess game. And there's a lot of thought that goes into it, and it forces you to, again, to balance things out and listen to your body, and try to make adjustments along the way, and in order to reach your goal too. So I think that's the mindset of people who are all the runners that I know who love running. They like that, the physical, mental, emotional challenge of kind of getting all these pieces together, and then creating or doing something great,
So
which
it's
is
like
running.
yourself.
Oh yeah.
And it reminds me kind of the same mindset it takes to fast. Like, a lot of people are familiar with Lola Yum Yum, my alter ego who likes to eat naughty things. And so the idea of not eating food, like that's something your body needs. So like if you can deny something that your body needs to master that, that's powerful. It sounds like the same thing with a marathon.
You're right. You're right. So you bring up a really good point too. And there people, I made a list of what the reasons I run is the balance, it's being present, it's pushing towards a goal. And it also puts things in perspective. And running does put food in perspective. Now food is fuel. Water is life. Seriously. Seriously, yes, water is life. I mean, you're planning for it. Like if you go on a 10-mile run on a hot day, it's going to require more water than a regular day. You have to look at how much you're sweating, what clothes you're wearing, all that stuff. And so it puts and other thing that it puts in perspective is like, your diet. Like for example, if you run a half marathon, these are the numbers. So if you run a half marathon, which is 13.2 miles, you weigh roughly 150 pounds is where I'm usually at if I'm doing race season. That's like 2 hours of average, so 2 hours of running. You only burn 1,486 calories. That's it. In 2 hours of high intensity workout, 1,400 calories. Now that puts into perspective when you're having 3,000 calorie meals per day. You cannot, and if you're trying to lose weight, the idea is at the end of the day to create a deficit. You can't do that. You just can't do it. You can't do it. There's no way.
Who's eating 3,000 calorie meals? That's a lot.
It's a lot of, you think about like, and it puts things in perspective too. Like 1,000 calorie meal is like over 1,000 calories, probably like a typical McDonald's, thing, or typical Chipotle, meal.
Donuts are like
So
500
that's it.
calories. That's why, like, when I realized donuts were 500 calories, I'm like, okay, do I really want to eat that donut?
Exactly. Do you really want to do it? And also if you're training for something, like when we're running and we're training, we could overindulge in everything, but we don't, because we recognize that food is fuel. And if I eat junk prior to a day before a long run, my performance will suffer. I will suck, and then you completely, how? Oh my gosh, like your energy, the desire to get up and do is not there, first of all, right? If I was out drinking, on a Friday night, I have a long run on Saturday, and I just don't have the desire to get up and do it, one. And then actually your performance starts. I'm slower, I'm more sluggish. My endurance, which is what you really need, is completely shot, because instead of having, the nutrients and water and stuff that I need in my body to propel me to get to, 10 miles, it's filled with French fries and all those yummy stuff that I like to eat, and margaritas, and beer, and it just doesn't work. So, for example, like when I ran the Chicago Marathon last year, it's about 6 months of training. And I love being in, especially when it's summertime, I love being in a beer garden. I love it. It's no better place to be than a beer garden with your friends. It's nice in Chicago. You want to enjoy that time. But I can count the times on one hand that I did that. And we were always talking about, oh, I'm going to go Lagunitas. I'm going to go here. It just didn't happen because you're in the zone. You're focused on what you need to do. And, and you don't want your performance to suffer. So it does really change your habits, your lifestyle, and your behaviors.
Yeah, well, it's you become a champion athlete. Like you're an athlete. So
you're athlete. Granted, you're not on television and doing this or at the Olympics or anything, but it is you running your personal best out there, and that's what everyone else is doing. Another reason that we run is for the rush. Akua, it's a crazy rush when you're in the middle of a race. Chicago Marathon. There's so many people, and everyone is focus on the same thing, getting to the finish line, which is awesome. I haven't experienced anything like that. Like if you're like in art school, everyone is focused on like becoming a better artist or something like that, or playing a good piece or something like that. So everyone's focused on that, and it's amazing too. Then you have all these people out there cheering for you and
Yeah.
the entire way, and it's a crazy rush, which is another reason why we run too, and it's a reason that I think that people should at least try a half marathon or some sort of race just to get that feeling to be in the middle of it. It's a pretty awesome thing.
Do they have an eighth of a marathon? Maybe I could do an eighth.
They do. They have everything up from 5K, which is 3 miles, which you can do that. You can
Okay.
totally do that. Yeah.
I could totally do
To Yep, 10K, which is 6, and on up. And you don't have to run the entire way. Just set a goal for yourself when you're training, maybe you do a 10-minute mile, something like that, or try to work your way up to a 10-minute mile,
definitely
and
walk.
then exactly walk, run. So, and as a matter of fact, if the segment is talking about getting off the couch, is
Yes.
if you haven't run a marathon or anything like that before, you have to start somewhere, and it's typically they have couch to marathon training schedules. That means the person who never run before.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, exactly. So like go on the internet, look at the Couch to Marathon. They have those training schedules out up and just pick one and go for it, man.
So what do you eat? So tell me what you eat like in your life now daily, and then what do you eat when you're training for a marathon?
Oh, it's funny. When I eat, like in my lifestyle, I'm a pretty clean eater, and that was a habit that was developed over time, and that's because of just trying to be smart about your lifestyle and being good to your body, and then ultimately trying to avoid some of the things that plague the community overall. So I left fried foods, a long time ago. As a matter of fact, I can't remember the last time I fried a piece of anything in my kitchen. Like it just doesn't happen. But so I'm eat pretty clean. Try to stick with whole foods. And moderate. Eat moderate amount of meat. But I really need it because I'm super thin, so I really need protein. And it's just chicken, beef. It's just the best way to get protein for me.
Mm.
You can do a lot of beans, but I have to eat more of that. And then when I'm on my max workout diet, I get tired chewing. You know what I mean? So I need to pack the calories in. But I'm eat pretty clean. A lot of green vegetables, a lot of whole foods, very little sugar. As a matter of fact, like I just don't do it. And you talk about snacking. Snacking will just kill you. Just because you could do it all day, it tastes really good, Um, and it's always available till you go to a meeting. Snacks, donuts are there. You walk around a corner, there are about 3 or 4 or 5 places you can go out and snack. And I know a lot of people that their stuffs out of a healthy lifestyle. So that's something I typically don't do. I don't like sweets in the morning, so this helps me out. I'm more of a savory snack person. So that's what my diet is on an average. But when I'm working out though, when I'm training, it's pretty strict in that I'm probably meal planning, and I'm probably listening to my body and supplement and providing the things that it needs. I mean, you should see my kitchen counter, kitchen table when I'm on a max workout and I'm running hard. It's
Yeah.
full with supplements, every supplement that I need too. And I'm usually trying to solve for problems like cramping and dehydration and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
that's my plan.
So when you're training for a marathon, do you have cheat days? Because I know Tim Ferriss. Are you familiar with Tim Ferriss?
I'm familiar with that. Yeah, the 7-day work week there. Yeah,
Yeah. So
or
he
5 day. Yeah.
talks about doing not just him, but a lot of people. Part of their regimen is having a cheat day. So when you're preparing for a marathon, do you have cheat days?
Very few, if any. Very few, if any. I try to. It's not. Let's see. How can I put this? It's not like I'm completely like 100% strict with my diet, but I'm using eating is purposeful. That's the only way to put it. Eating is purposeful.
Right.
So if it's something that if I'm out with someone and someone's having pizza, I'm gonna probably take a piece, but I don't overindulge in it. So yes, I do. There are cheap moments, and I don't deny myself. I'll put it there. I don't deny myself, but I just focus on a higher goal. That's all.
I
Yeah.
love it. So like it's really it's really a consciousness change from eating for entertainment or emotions and for fuel.
I really, you know what? That's a you summed it up nicely too. So you're right. So eating is when you're in max train in training mode. I do eat for fuel, but sometimes I do, if you're gonna call it cheat day, you call it cheat day. But I do eat um for emotion. I feel good. I feel like I want to have a Stan's donut, because that's just the thing to do. And I love the pistachio kind. So, or if I've done something really good, I've worked out really hard, I've pushed myself really hard in a training session, I reward myself with the donut, or my favorite is like the blonde Oreo cookies. So, or the thin ones. So, but yeah, I do that.
So, Landon, I'm going to close, but I would like for you to give me and our viewers, in fact, let's give a shout out to our viewers.
Hello, guys. Good morning. Good morning.
Sudam Krista Poitier, Fontasela, and Adrian Raquel, Abdul Wilkins, Fariola Fayemi, Abdullah Rashid, Muhammad, and Toure Muhammad. We got the Muslim community up in the house.
Hey.
Welcome, 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 welcome. And I'd like you all to comment, have you worked out today? And what is your favorite naughty food? Now, why would I ask that? What's your favorite naughty food?
My favorite naughty food? Then right now, first of all, the Girl Scout cookies are in season. So the Samoas are my favorite naughty food. Holy smokes. They are amazing, but I have so many naughty foods that I like. But right now, those Samoas Girl Scout cookies are amazing. The thin Oreos, I cannot stop eating them. And French fries. Oh my God, if I was to turn into anything, it would be a French fry. Like, no doubt about it.
Do you like the skinny ones or the steak fries, or like in the middle?
It doesn't matter. Well, actually, it doesn't matter. It's places. I actually, from McDonald's, for the evil empire that they can be sometimes. So people portray them as. I love McDonald's French fries. Five Guys French fries I love as well. So it's probably based on the place that I go.
All right. So give us a challenge, Landon. 3-day challenge. What can we do in 3 days?
3-day challenge. You know what I say? Depending on your schedule, when you work, I say get up early. Get up early, set the alarm for, I'm awake by 5 o'clock, and my feet are on the floor by 5:30, no later than that. But it's just a good things for me, like spiritually. I feel like the day is being created, and then I get a jump on it. I don't check my email when I get up, and I either go to a working out or go into your prayer time, your quiet time, and it just sets the tone for the day, which is. A lot of people, wake up late and they're in rush mode automatically, or they check their email, they're in work mode automatically. I say wake up early and kind of set the tone for your day. That's one challenge.
I love it.
Second, that's a good one. Okay, good. Second challenge is to get moving, make a schedule of something big, plan something big for the year, a big workout or fitness goal, and put it on your refrigerator and try to build the desire to do that. So the desire, determination, dedication, it'll get you to 26.2 miles or whatever the goal is. So make a schedule, plan something big or cool. That's it. And third is have a partner with you. Like it's just, I really love running too. And I think the bigger reason actually, because I kind of fell off mentally when I moved from California to Chicago, and the thing that got me running is I love running with my twin sister. I love it. Like it's amazing. I have a twin sister, and traditionally she's been the stronger runner between. Well, I've been a stronger runner between the two of us, but she has more. She's more determined than me, more dedicated than me, and we went out and she ran through the polar vortex. How about running when it was cold? It was cold. Her running team ran through that entire winter, which was insane. And I was snuggled in a bed, like warm the entire time. And once the frost broke and we're out running in the springtime, she killed me. And quite honestly, I haven't really been able to catch up because she's just, she puts in the work, and I have to respect that for her too. So find a partner, find someone that you want to spend time with or you like spending time with. And if you can, get on the same page, and it'll change everything. Guaranteed.
All right. Those are perfect. And I accept your challenge. Audience, do you accept Landon's challenge? Let us know in the comments. Yep. So Landon, you have a company, a beautiful, beautiful watches and bow ties. Tell us about Against the Grain design.
Oh, Against the Grain Designs was started when I lived in California. And we make eyewear and bow ties. We don't make them anymore, but watches is the main product line. We have more watches coming, as a matter of fact, in April. But we try to design things that are not in your current collection too. So we want things to look different. And the idea behind it is to make things natural too. So we work with woods and leather and precious metals and things like that too. So check us out at againstthegraindesigns.com.
I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
So Danielle said challenge accepted.
Challenge accepted. There we go, Danielle.
Swidham. I think that's how you pronounce it. Swidham. Crystal Portier says yes.
Yes. Yes. And actually, guys, one thing that I would like to plug also, there are Black running groups. I think Black Chicago Runners or something like that on Facebook. Check them out. And people, and I love this group, Black Chicago Runners, and then MRDS, which men's run these streets, but women are welcome. And the thing is, these guys are a group of Black runners. They're out on Lake Michigan, running all the time at the lake. And they're at various skill levels too, from beginning runners, people who are getting off the couch, just like we're talking about right now, to people who are seasoned runners and everywhere in between. And it feels so good to run with these guys. These guys are like encouraging, they're cool, guys and girls, encouraging, they're cool, they're fun to be with, and they meet up and someone's always running. So you'll never be without a run partner, day or night. And these guys are really cool to know. And they're on Facebook at MRDS, or Men Run These Streets, and Black Chicago Runners. So check them out and run with them. Run with us.
Run with us. And I think some people, I don't need to get off. I need to be blasted off. Some people need a blast.
Blast off. That'll do it too. And and thing is, you get in the middle of those guys, I guarantee you're gonna have fun, and you're going to catch the bug, because their running is infectious, and these guys' personalities, they're infectious as well too. So they're cool.
All right, cool. So for those of you, I'm actually on the first day of spring going to be really challenging myself to a 21-day transformation experience. Last summer, I had a really special event coming up, and for 2 weeks solid, I worked out with Tracy Anderson's she has a program, the 30-day method, and I released about 20 pounds in 21 days. And my body, I had definition in my stomach, my butt lifted, my body never looked like that before. So on the first day of spring, I'm going to go on that, a detox, and do all that. So if you're interested in joining me, Landon, get in there with us, text #GetUP to the number on the screen. So, Landon, thank you so much, and I look forward to seeing you soon.
I know. Thank you.
Block with you.
I know, right? That'd be awesome. Yes, come run a block with me. And I just checked the Facebook. It is Black Chicago Runners, guys. Check those out. Check those guys out. They're awesome. It's a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for having me on. Thank you for letting me share my passion with you. And hopefully, people get something out of it. I feel like I was rambling on, but I'm sure there's some good nuggets in there somewhere. No. Just got to tease them out.
Solid. I'll be replaying this over and over again. So we'll have a great day. Thank you, everyone, for joining us, and I will see you tomorrow with Double Stitch Twins. We're going to be dancing ourselves to our dream body. Mm-hmm. All right.
All right, cool. All right, take care, guys.
Take care. Peace. Let's some send-off music.
There you go. We need to start the day like this all the time. This is awesome.